The third and final presidential debate lacked the impact of the first and the passion of the second. It did, however, offer President Obama and Governor Reagan a final chance to appear face-to-face in a face-off over foreign policy. How's that for alliteration? Here are a few moments from Monday evening as seen on PBS.
But in order to be able to fulfill our role in the world, America must be strong. America must lead. And for that to happen, we have to strengthen our economy here at home.
America remains the one indispensable nation. And the world needs a strong America, and it is stronger now than when I came into office.
Our Navy is smaller now than any time since 1917. The Navy said they needed 313 ships to carry out their mission. We're now down to 285.
You mentioned the Navy, for example, and that we have fewer ships than we did in 1916. Well, Governor, we also have fewer horses and bayonets because the nature of our military has changed.
I look around the world, I don't see our influence growing around the world. I see our influence receding, in part because of the failure of the president to deal with our economic challenges at home, in part because of our withdrawal from our commitment to our military in the way I think it ought to be.
On a whole range of issues, whether it's the Middle East, whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's Iraq, whether it's now Iran. You've been all over the map.
Okay, I said Governor Reagan by mistake. Governor Romney. Conservative Republicans are all alike to me. Now we've got the 4 presidential and vice presidential debates finished. So let's talk about them collectively for a moment before we focus on last Monday's matchup. So Yale, does the electorate benefit from these debates?
You know, I really do think they did. And I mean, a lot of people watched. The first one, the one where Obama did so terribly and Romney did so well, changed the nature of this campaign. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, it changed the nature of this campaign. All the polls show that. So the debate in that way certainly helped one candidate, but I think it also helped focus Obama on being, you know, I just can't run as a aloof campaign. I'm imperial. I will now, you know, be reelected. So that was good. And the second thing is, if you go back and actually look at some of the issues which have been on social media, which have been raised through the cable channels, Fox and MSNBC on both sides, there have actually been some meaty issues discussed. You know, forgetting even all the rape things and all that kind of stuff, which are very interesting social issues. The economic issues were discussed probably, you know, too much to some people's degrees. Now, have there been, my last point is, have there been answers? Like, you absolutely know that if Governor Reagan is reelected, if Governor Reagan is elected and Romney actually shows up, will he create 12 million jobs? Well, no, you don't really know that from this. Conversely, Obama, you know, he does have that aura of, I'm going to do the same thing I'm talking about here. I'm going to be nice to people. I'm going to, you know, have social programs to help you.
Right.
So I think it's helped both candidates.
We're down to 90 seconds, so we're going to have to hurry through here. What was your assessment of the debate between Obama and Romney?
Well, pretty much the same as Yale's. I think you can track those 3 debates, and each one of them had a different impact. The big one was the first one. I think, I do agree with you, mostly these debates are not enlightening. I think these debates revealed a good deal about both candidates, and rather than get into a big argument about what that is, I just believe if you watched all 3 debates, you got something about their character and what they really fundamentally plan to do. You got a pretty clear idea.
And can anybody doubt that Bob Schieffer was by far the best of the moderators? And let me tell you why. He does this every week. He moderates a TV show every week, and he has stature. And when he said, no, we're going to move on, they said, okay,
Mike,
we'll move on.
I understand how you arrive at that, but I don't necessarily agree with you.
Bob Schieffer wasn't the best?
Well, let's argue about what the 2 candidates for president said. I was stunned by the last. I thought the president was terrific in the second debate. He clearly wanted the whole nation, agreed. But this debate about foreign policy, Romney simply jumped up and landed in the president's lap and asked for a great big hug. He agreed with him on every single policy that he has. And Mike, you know what? Every single one of those, he was on the other side, including the war in Iraq, including the date to get out of Afghanistan, including his policy in Syria and Iran. He agreed with him on everything.
And therefore, you and Gwen will applaud his bipartisanship.
No, I won't, because 2 weeks ago, I applaud his lack of character. You know, which Romney is it? Americans have no way to know if this man really